Sit back, relax, and enjoy, because, ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime!
It's not gonna happen, and Daniel McMillan,
Pennsylvania native, kept here winning here at Pocono.
Third win of the season, and win the championship.
Ryan Benjamin with the last lap pass, and he is going to score the victory in the Minute Maid 300.
Sam Oskin, third win of the season! He's gonna get it and only leads 3 laps today!
Welcome to the NOFSRL. Welcome one, welcome all, back to the great state of Massachusetts for race number 14 of season number 1 of the NOFSRL Mission BBQ Cup Series. We are here in Waltham, Massachusetts at none other than the Papyrus Motorsports Park. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Trey Wright, or NASCAR Nerd 34. After coming off once again a very calm Talladega race, we come to the only road course on the schedule that has cautions here at the famous Papyrus Motorsports Park in Waltham, Massachusetts. I think I said that already, so let's get right down to the gist. 28 laps, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 28 laps around this 4-mile, 7-turn, high-speed endurance raceway in Waltham, Massachusetts. And I think I've said this, but just in case I have not, this is the only road course race where there are going to be cautions. It's a very fast, high-speed racing facility with very little runoff area. It is the only reason it is a road course is because we have one fearsome right-hand turn, turns 3 and 4, right down in the short chute, or the little indent area in the track, I should say. That is definitely going to be the trouble spot here in this 28 lap, the RACEDIECAST.com 300K, the first kilometer race of the season, sponsored by RACEDIECAST.com. Just gonna give a quick little plug into them real quick. If you like quality diecast, back when Lionel made quality diecast back in the early 2000s for a very cheap price, go to RACEDIECAST.com. On the pole is a number 52 of Matt Tuck, who coincidentally finished last after busting a valve at the Talladega Super Speedway on Tuesday. He starts alongside Riley Sampson in the 24. We've got the field rolling off here momentarily, and there they go, making sure everybody's rolling off. There's Josh Williamson. He starts in the back, and then our new points leader, Eric Monaco, by just a smidgen over Landon Smith Jr. He has taken the points lead after dominating Talladega. A little bit of a shaky start for some guys, but he come here to this massive racing facility. Just make sure 3.77 7-turn road course. And I know this is not a very popular track in NR 2003, but it should, because this race is going to be fun. So we head onto the back straightaway here, where what could be considered the back straightaway, down this 30-foot elevation change. There you see the TV2 camera. And then as Matt Tuck passes by, there it is, the fearsome right-hander, turns 3 and 4. That is definitely going to be the trouble spot for a lot of these drivers. Not a heavy braking zone, but when the average speed of this track is roughly 180 miles an hour, that is the slowest part on the track. And coming up through there's the turn 4 sign. Exiting turn 4, cars can very definitely slide up. So if we see 2 and 3 wide there, odds are those guys are going to make it back. And then you see up the wide hill, see how massive this racing facility is, and then a horseshoe bend over in through turns 5 and 6, and then turn 7, a long sweeping straightaway, the fastest corner on the entire track, where drivers can run wide open through that corner. And it appears everybody is rolling off, so that is great. Hopefully no mechanical issues on the start. We saw a lot of those at Talladega, unfortunately. It's going to be 28 laps around this almost 4-mile super road course. That's what we're going to call it. Not a road course, a super road course. These drivers definitely cannot wait to take the green flag here. Let's try and find Cole Sampson, your last winner in the Mission BBQ Cup Series. He starts all the way in 39th, so he's going to be working from the back to the front if he wants to win this race. Only a handful of races until the All-Star break. But the Papyrus pace car pulls down onto pit lane. Matt Tuck and Riley Sampson. They see the green flag. Green flag is in the air, and we're racing in Papyrus. Matt Tuck will lead them through the treacherous turn 4. They are almost 3 wide going through this fast section of the racetrack. DeVito Jr., I believe he slapped the wall there. No, he did not. So, and actually, no, Caleb Rose is the first one to get a Papyrus stripe on the left side of that car going through turns 3 and 4. But Matt Tuck has pulled away from Fitzy and Caleb Campbell. Riley Sampson has fallen back just a little bit, and rounding out the top 5 is Charlie Davenport, who is under fire from Al Lagasse. There you are, 75 of Eric Monaco, your points leader, not really doing so, did not get a good start. There's Landon Smith Jr., second in points. Those guys are all the way in the back, along with third in points, Tyler Reynolds. So those guys stay in the back, then this could be a great opportunity for some of those guys who are 4th and 5th in points, like Benjamin Dover, Madison Tall, guys like those, to possibly get a jump on them in the points. But yeah, turns 3 and 4, that is going to be the trouble spot all day. And actually, as soon as I say that, Colton Yo, 3rd to last in points, just overdrove turn 1, turn 2 I should say. But now we go into the treacherous right-hander. Looks like most of these guys are going to get through it. Okay, Madison Tall right on the outside. Oh, Tall on the wall! Cute little rhyme right there, along with the 38 of Trey Smith and Juan Rodriguez. Did anyone else get into the right-hander wall? No, they did not, but Matt Tuck has a good lead over the 24. Riley Sampson back into 2nd place. Fitzy in 3rd. Campbell fell back to 4th, and he's got a run on Fitzy. They're going to go side by side through the broad turn 7. Al Lagasse rocking P5 right now. But Matt Tuck definitely looking for redemption. He's looking to get Mitsubishi and his own team of Velocity Racing their first win of the season, if I am not mistaken. No, they have not won yet. But he's going to have 28 laps to do so. Actually, 25 more laps to do so. And there's been a little bit of a split. I think it's been some of those guys hitting the right-hander's outside wall. So it's going to be a little bit calm. It's not as going to be like pack racing like we see at the super speedways, but it's definitely going to be fast. And this is the only track we go to, road course, that we go to that has yellow flags turned on, because of the sheer size of it. Now another car in the wall. That was Riley Sampson, the 24. Caleb Campbell slapped the wall a little bit. Oh, and oh, James Edwards upside down on top of Ryan Benjamin. His teammates involved, and we got a stack up here. Nathan Smith, Derek Hamill, 4 cars upside down. What the heck happened in the back? James Edwards, Cole Sampson is not going to go back-to-back. Trey Smith, who was running up front, Colton Yo, Carter Joey, Landon Smith Jr., Tyler Reynolds, Dave Benjamin Jr., Nathan Buchanan, Daisy Johnson. Ryan Benjamin had a car on top of him. What in God's name happened in the back? Matt Tuck will lead them back to the stripe. We flash back and we see James Edwards up in the air. And treacherous turns 3 and 4. The fearsome right-hander have collected their first 10 or so victims already. First caution in a couple races here. And the guy who got through that unscathed, Eric Monica. I finally remember his name. He somehow got through that unscathed. He was riding in the back, and I think that might have benefited him. But a lot of different cars with damage here. Daniel Voiles, Bradley Ream, I think Caleb Rose. I think they may have stacked it up here. But man, caution already on lap number 4 here at the Papyrus Motorsports Park. I don't believe that they're going to come down the pit lane. We'll see if they do. And if they don't, we'll quickly see what happened to bring out a massive caution in the short chute between turns 4 and 5. See Voiles with the nose caved in the 26. A lot of cars with damage. This accident collected a ton of guys. See James Edwards, he is still driving back to the pit lane. I think this is probably going to knock out probably 7 or 8 cars, I would assume. Trying to wait and see if these guys are going to come down the pit lane. Hopefully they won't, because we gotta take a couple different angles of that crash. But man, oh man, we're flipping back through the field, and we just see James Edwards flying on top of the 15 of Ryan Benjamin. But yeah, this track is not playing nice, and these drivers are definitely seeing now. It appears that they are going to come onto the pit lane. Yes, they are. So pit stops, early pit stops here, and I think they should be able to go all the way. So Matt Tuck is going to lead all of the surviving cars down the pit lane. We are going to focus on with Matt Tuck. Try and get a good camera angle. This track unfortunately does not have a lot of good places to put our cameras, but Matt Tuck, your pole sitter, has pit stall number 1. Let's see, going to be a 2-tire stop. I think it's kind of early for a lot of these guys to be playing strategy. It's going to be a 4-tire stop. Fitzy is going to get Al Lagasse is going to play the strategy game. So is Owen Miles. Logan Williams is going to play. Oh, contact on pit lane between Matt Tuck and Danny DeVito Jr. This is a very tight pit lane, and pit speed is 70 miles an hour, so there's a lot of times accidents here, but Matt Tuck clipped by Danny DeVito Jr. doing about 3 times as much speed, but Al Lagasse, Owen Miles, and Fitzy playing the strategy game early on. Actually, I'm not sure if Fitzy took 4 tires or not, but Owen Miles and Al Lagasse rolling the dice early here at the Papyrus Motorsports Park, but a lot of cars with damage early on here at the Papyrus Motorsports Park. Let's take a look and see what happened to bring out the first caution here in the RACEDIECAST.com 300K. Well, this was quite the accident. You're going to see, Jake Hoover, your Dodge Motordrome winner, first race of the Dodge Motordrome winner, just walks right up the racetrack and then gets hooked by Derek Hamill. And then right into an Armco barrier on the inside. That destroys both of those cars. But then the track is going to be blocked right here. This track is so narrow. You're going to see the consequences right there. Nathan Smith and Danny DeVito Jr. Look at all those cars. Oh my God. A violent accident. And then the track is just completely blocked. There's where Daisy Johnson got her damage. James Edwards riding on top of a ton of cars, and then just ton of cars flipping over. DeVito Sr. Oh my God. Just I can't believe that is definitely the biggest crash of the season so far. And this is exactly why we have cautions on here, because I mean, unfortunately, like you have some of the drivers in the back. There's Eric Monaco. He did get a little piece of it, but otherwise was unscathed. Madison Tull was destroyed. A lot of good cars that were running in the back early on got taken out. James Edwards definitely taking the wildest ride. We're going to have to take a couple different looks here before we get back to racing. But my, oh my, that was quite literally the big one. I don't think we're going to see another massive accident like this here. Following along here with James Edwards. He is going to take the biggest shot. Going to right into, actually did not. He actually kind of physics broke there. But I don't know. Just James Edwards riding on top of these guys. Carter Joey getting butt packed. Trying to keep it PG here. Just so many different cars involved. Tyler Reynolds, got to take a look back and see what happened to him. Oh my goodness. That might be the biggest wreck this season with the amount of cars involved in that. Just goodness gracious. Gonna take a couple different angles here. Actually, we're gonna do this in slow-mo. We probably should have done this initially with Derek Hamill, because he takes the biggest shot right here. Watch, Derek Hamill's gonna do a kind of a revolution around, and then you're gonna see DeVito Sr. come up. Actually, no, Nathan Smith hits him, and look at how high he goes, right on over the 27. Trying to see where Tyler Reynolds gets involved here. There's where Tyler Reynolds and Daisy Johnson get through. James Edwards, four cars flipping over in this entire thing. I still can't get over this. I mean, there's Cole Sampson nowhere to go. He just arca brakes right into Carter Joey. I just can't. We'll probably take one on board with somebody, then get you back to the restart, but just goodness gracious. Riding along here with Dustin Davis, you see Hoover and Hamill clip, and then he's just going to skirt by, and then watch Derek Hamill just gets obliterated by the field. Going to do one more on board with Landon Smith Jr., who had a front row seat for all that, and we'll get you back to the restart here on the RACEDIECAST.com 300K. On board for a final replay with Landon Smith Jr., you see the wreck already starting in front of him, and then Hamill just gets absolutely reamed. Watch this. Can just barely slow down. You see James Edwards flipping over, and then he's just caught up in the melee behind him. It's an absolutely horrific wreck for all these guys. But back to the racing lead. Matt Tuck led them back to the stripe, but Al Agassi rolling the dice early. I bet you guys forgot about that. Al Agassi, and I believe it was Al Agassi and Owen Miles rolling the dice early here. Let's get you back to the restart here in the RACEDIECAST.com 300K. And we're back here, and once again, Matt Tuck with an internal issue on the 52. 2 races in a row, something has gone amiss internally on that 52. I can imagine he's going to be pretty angry with an E in the chat, but very unfortunate for Matt Tuck. And now knocked out of the race, Cole Sampson, who won last week, is going to finish last. Juan Rodriguez, Daisy Johnson, James Edwards, Nathan Smith, Tyler Reynolds, Jake Hoover, the 48 of DeVito Sr., Derek Hamill, Madison Tall, Carter Joey, Daniel Voiles, Bradley Ream, and Dave Benjamin Jr. all knocked out. We have 25 cars. We had 26, but now we have 25 cars left on the racetrack with Matt Tuck's internal issue. Actually, I think he might just have a tire. Might have just had a tire going down. Unfortunately, that's a couple instances this season that Nitto has not provided good tires. But Al Agassi to the lead. He's going to have a little bit of battle with him. With the 40 of Owen Miles. Miles, he's going to be on the outside, trying to pass on the outside. Fitzy is going to try to pass on the inside of Agassi. He's going to put him on the outside, going through right-hander. Make sure everybody gets through. A couple cars scrape. They have damage. You see Benjamin Dover, he was involved in that lap 4 melee, but for the most part, everybody gets through. Al Agassi still in the lead. But Fitzy, the road course ace, as they head toward turn 7. Fitzy to Lagassi's inside. Through there, he is flooring it. He's going to have help from the 40 of Owen Miles through turn 7. Fitzy in the 9 car is going to try and lead. Coming onto lap 9. Fitzy will lead, but he has Owen Miles. Fire from him from the underneath. He's going to have help from Logan Williams in the 79. Zachary Davis, Dustin Davis. A little bit of a Davis and Davis show last week at last race at Talladega. And they're back here at Papyrus. Meanwhile, going 3 wide for the lead. Logan Williams had a handful on that 79. And they're going to file it back down to single file going into the right-hander. Miles will lead them into it. Oh, Zachary Davis did not have a good entrance. He's going to lose a couple different positions. Making sure all these guys get through here safe, and it appears that they are. Riley Sampson's going to hit it once again. Same with the 50 of Mitchell Collins, but back to the race lead. Owen Miles is on that high side, but Fitzy past the 79 on the high side. He is going to have a huge run on Miles. Fitzy wants to lead lap number 9. He wants to lead consecutive laps. And with that run going through the fast turn 7, Fitzy is going to get ahead of Owen Miles in the 40. Dustin Davis has passed Zachary Davis for the 3rd position. And Fitzy out to the lead. And now the 8 of DeVito Jr. on the pit lane. This could, actually he's not going to factor in with these guys coming off. And I'm starting to wonder, did that contact on pit lane with Matt Tuck cut both of those guys' tires down? He's going to have to be careful merging back into traffic. Ooh, that got a little tight there between Campbell and the 66 of Davenport. Williamson not having a good day, neither is Benjamin Dover. Into the right-hander they go. Fitzy continues to lead. Dustin Davis right on his heels. Zachary Davis in 3rd. Lagacy in 4th. Miles all the way down on the inside. Somebody got into the wall. I think that was Fitzy just a little bit. Yeah, Fitzy got into the wall. Same with Dustin Davis. He is going to get split by Zachary Davis and Owen Miles as they go through 5. Oh, man, this is perfect racing. This is just absolutely perfect racing here. Next time we go, we're going to have to take an onboard with someone to just show you the G's these guys are taking. Keegan Thompson has found his way up into the top 10 as Fitzy under fire from Owen Miles. He's not going to have the run. Miles on the outside. Looks like Dustin Davis tried to make an inside lane work. Fitzy's just going to edge out Owen Miles. I know Fitzy definitely wants to get a win. Lagacy goes wide. I don't think they're going to catch up to Matt Tuck. But as they go through the right-hander, here comes Owen Miles. Not Owen Miles. Owen Miles is all the way on the outside. We're going to go on board with Eric Monaco in the 75 as they go down the downhill grade. I think I heard somebody going around back there possibly, but here is just the sheer look of the right-hander. Oh man, Eric Monaco got a little loose. He's going to get contact with the 66 of Davenport. Keegan Thompson into the wall just a little bit on exit. That's going to allow Campbell to move up. Going back through here. Fitzy going a little wide through 5 and 6. Dustin Davis, Zachary Davis, Mitchell Collins finds his way into the top 5. And Logan Williams, but Eric Monaco, almost contact there again with Charlie Davenport. Extremely close quarters racing here at the Papyrus Motorsports Park. Just a very tight technical racetrack. Fitzy continues to lead in that 9, looking to get Polar Star Motorsports their 3rd win of the season, trying to get all 3 of their cars into the All-Star race. But Zachary Davis in the 14, he's trying to go for his 2nd win of the season. Closing in on halfway here in the RACEDIECAST.com 300K. Matt Tuck just entering turn 5 as these guys are going down the downhill towards the right-hander. And Mitchell Collins been quiet for the majority of the season so far. He's found his way up into 2nd. Fitzy falls back to 3rd. Dustin Davis 4th, and Logan Williams rounds out the top 5. Owen Miles has contacted a little bit along with the 66 of Davenport. That's going to slow down Monaco just a little bit, allow Keegan Thompson to zoom by, along with Riley Sampson. Try and see some of the other guys that were involved in the incident. Matt Tuck is just trying to make up for lost time. It's not a lap down yet. The 8 of DeVito's Jr. is a lap down, so Matt Tuck is just hoping for a yellow flag. But the way these guys are racing and hitting the wall off of 4, I think a yellow flag could be coming. 13 of 28. Zachary Davis will lead them with Mitchell Collins in hot pursuit. A lot of cars with damage on the left side. 3 wide going through 1. Onto the short chute between 1 and 2. Lagacy, Williams, and Fitzy. Fitzy is just going to get shuffled high. He is going to have a terrible entrance into 2. That's going to allow Jonathan Logan last in points. He's going to get a toe off of the 9 through the downhill. into the right-hander. Davis will go into the right-hander. He's going to go a little bit wide. It's going to allow the 50 of Collins to open up just a little bit. Lagasse goes wide through the right exit of the right-hander. Are we under caution? See a couple of guys going slow. No, we are not under caution. Just I think a lot of those guys checking up as the cars smack the wall through the right-hander. But Zachary Davis continues to lead a little bit of a 3-car breakaway. Bit of a 9 or 10 car length difference between Dustin Davis and Fitzy. Fitzy is going to go for 4th underneath Lagasse. I think Zachary Davis is the first car in line that does not have damage on the left side. But then it is Mitchell Collins, Dustin Davis. You have to go all the way back to Jonathan Logan in the 5th position to find a car that does not have damage on that left side. A lot of cars unfortunately hitting the wall. Now we have cars coming down the pit lane. Lagasse and Fitzy coming down. I believe they could come down. Actually, Lagasse took 2 tires, so I think he might have had a tire going down. Fitzy, I don't know if he took 2 tires or not, but that's not good for those guys. But Zachary Davis going through the right-hander with Collins and Dustin Davis. Oh, Collins is going to get in the wall. It's going to be an advantage for Dustin Davis to go on the outside. He's going to have a run as they go through the turns. Ooh, Collins had to check up there. That's going to allow Zachary Davis to pull away. It's a Davis and Davis show once again. Now starting to fan out. A lot of cars with left side damage. Trying to find Fitzy and Lagasse. I think Owen Miles. So they all came down. I think mostly to repair damage because they don't have a whole lot of damage on those cars. So this could be good for Matt Tuck. Matt Tuck is currently 52 seconds behind in the 52 car, so he's got to up his game. But I don't believe that we are going to have another set of pit stops. But Zachary Davis has closed in on the 14. Actually, yeah, Dustin Davis has closed in on Zachary Davis as we are past halfway here in the RACEDIECAST.com 300K. A very violent accident to start off this race in the back. But other than that, it has been very calm. And it is Zachary Davis looking for his first win of the season, and he gets a Papyrus stripe in the 14. But so does Dustin Davis in the 77. And now that 14 is not immaculate, you have to go back to Jonathan Logan in the 4th position. 5th position, excuse me. The only car that is fairly immaculate. Riley Sampson, Keegan Thompson, Charlie Davenport. Josh Williamson has surprisingly found his way up. Yeah, he has found his way into the 11th position. I'm surprised Jonathan Logan does not have a Papyrus stripe on that 10 car. They're overdriving it. And now Zachary Davis has come down the pit lane. A couple cars. Logan Williams, Riley Sampson, Josh Williamson coming down as well. And this could open up the question. If these guys will have enough fuel to make it, Dustin Davis stays out. Along with Collins, Jonathan Logan stays out as well. And the thing, this could benefit the most. It could benefit, trying to find him, Matt Tuck in the 52 had to come back down with a tire issue. We saw this last season at Bristol in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series over on Napa Fans channel. A driver with an issue contact on pit road. I believe it was Sebastian Kukulon in the 13 that race. He had to come back down, but all the others had to come down. Late race pit stops for those guys. And Sebastian Kukulon, who had to come down and fix an issue, he ended up winning the race. You see cars coming off of the pit lane. Trying to find where Dustin Davis and those cars are. They are just entering turn 7. Dustin Davis with pressure from Mitchell Collins. I think they might come down this time by. And the way they are slowing down. No, they're not. And now Collins, he has a run to the inside of Davis, door to door on the back straightaway, with Davis will lead him to the stripe. 17 on the board of 28 here. Now first car in line to be lapped is Al Lagasse, but he is on those fresh Hoosier tires. I'm trying to pass Matt Tuck. Matt Tuck is still on the lead lap. Oh, we got to crawl around Fitzy with Benjamin Dover. I don't believe the caution is out. No, the caution is out. Caution is out. And that is not what some of these guys wanted to see. That is what Dustin Davis wanted to see. Oh my goodness. Caution is out for another incident coming off of the treacherous right-hander. And the guy who is probably going to benefit the most from this is going to be Matt Tuck, who had to come down the pit lane there. But caution back out here at the Papyrus Motorsports Park, trying to find actually Mitchell Collins. I say this practically every race. It is not an NOFSRL race without us missing a pass for the lead. I think they're just going to slow the hammer down. And Mitchell Collins in that Dia Edge 50 Ford Fusion will lead them back to the caution flag. He'll pick up a couple more bonus points for leading some laps under caution. But back under the yellow flag here. That saves drivers like Fitzy, Al Agassi, and Matt Tuck. And Tuck is probably going to be the biggest beneficiary, but it could equal him out for strategy with the 77 and the 50. If he stays out, actually, that'll put Dustin Davis, excuse me, and Mitchell Collins ahead of them. But game-changing caution here with about 10 laps to go already. But Mitchell Collins, Dustin Davis are your leaders. Jonathan Logan had yet to make his stop. I don't think Charlie Davenport had made his stop either. No, he had not. Neither had Keegan Thompson. Caleb Rose is somehow in 6th place with a beat-up rear end. So these guys had yet to make their pit stops. And I'm starting to wonder because Owen Miles, Al Agassi, and Fitzy, they had all taken 2 tires on that last stop. So I'm wondering if like the tire wear was too much. But then we saw Riley Sampson and a couple other cars coming down. That could have been just to repair damage. So we honestly don't know if these guys can make it or not. I expect the 50, the 77, the 10 to come down this time by, and the 7 and the 54. Pretty much everyone all the way back to, I don't know, possibly Matt Tuck. Or actually, no, Riley Sampson. I think he got a jump over Matt Tuck. Yeah, Sampson is ahead of Matt Tuck. So Sampson could possibly end up with a good finish here. We'll have to see as they come through turn 7 here at the Papyrus Motorsports Park. A late caution that could change the name of the game. Have to see if these guys are coming down the pit lane. I believe they are. Yes, actually, Mitchell Collins is going to come down, but Dustin Davis is going to stay out. Yes, he is. Split strategy by a lot of these guys. Keegan Thompson, Caleb Rose, Logan Williams. The rest of these cars staying out. So this could definitely get interesting with the fuel situation for Dustin Davis and Jonathan Logan and Charlie Davenport. Have to see where these guys all come out, trying to get back to them. Fitzy back down the pit lane. He was involved in that accident. Not going to be a good run for him. Focusing here with Mitchell Collins. Collins just going to do a 4-tire pit stops, repair the side panel on that 50, and he's going to be out and away. He's going to beat off Caleb Rose on the pit lane, but Dustin Davis is your leader here, trying to make all 3 of the SF Premium cars go to victory lane this season. Let's see what happened to Zachary Fitzwater and I believe Benjamin Dover to bring out the second caution here at the Papyrus Motorsports Park for the RACEDIECAST.com 300K. So you can see Zachary Fitzwater going extremely wide through the right-hander, turns 3 and 4. We've been seeing this all day. Drivers heading up into that exit, but so is Benjamin Dover. Dover's just going to turn Fitzy right into the outside Armco barrier. Both of those cars go around. That is what triggers a yellow flag. Very minor accident. I don't think anybody else was involved. But a very small accident to bring out a very game-changing caution here in the RACEDIECAST.com 300K. Let's get you the full real-time replay and get you back to the restart. Following along here with the 56 of Benjamin Dover, your Armored Digital winner. Just slight contact with Zachary Fitzwater. Sends both of those cars around in the short chute between turns 4 and 5. We did see a little bit of strategy on the pit lane as Mitchell Collins, who had gotten around the 77 of Dustin Davis, went down the pit lane to get some 4 tires and repair some damage. So Dustin Davis will be your leader on the restart. So let's see who can get the jump on the restart and possibly win the race here at the Papyrus Motorsports Park for the RACEDIECAST.com 300K. Back here at the Papyrus Motorsports Park, wrapping up our second caution of the day. Zachary Davis is your leader, taking out. Look at to see all the cars out of the race. Still 26 cars left on the racing surface. Neither Benjamin Dover nor Zachary Fitzwater were knocked out in that incident, but 25 cars on the lead lap, with DeVito Jr. being the only car a lap down. And with less than 10 laps to go, he will be starting at the tail end of the longest line. But Zachary Davis in the 77, no, not Zachary, Dustin Davis. I don't know why I started doing this. But Dustin Davis in the 77, trying to get SF Premium Motorsports their 3rd win of the season. But Jonathan Logan dead last in points. He wants to get a win to try and boost him ahead. Charlie Davenport also down in points as well, along with Nathan Stapleton. And somehow Landon Smith Jr. is going to finagle his way a possibly good finish. So there's a 75 of Eric Monaco in the back, but green flag back in the air. We have got 8 laps to go. 8 laps to go here at the Papyrus Motorsports Park for Dustin Davis. Trying to get a little bit of redemption after Talladega, that's the name of it. And he's going to have some help. Jonathan Logan on the outside. He's going to be passed by Charlie Davenport in the 66 for his own team. Nathan Stapleton making some moves. And how about this? No back bumper for Landon Smith Jr. He is inside the top 5. Dustin Davis through the right-hander. Ooh, Davenport going to go a little bit wide. So is Stapleton. Stapleton going to scrape the wall just a little bit. They are 3 wide going through here. A lot of cars getting held up here. Davis continues to lead. Oh, a little bit of a shot from the 88. Smith Jr. gave Caleb Campbell. Logan Williams trying to get a good finish. He's going to go to the inside of the 88. Oh, he's going to try and go to the inside. They're almost 4 wide there through turn 7. Udell thought better of it. He is going to try and go on the outside there. 3 wide. Stapleton in the middle now. Williamson going through it, not Mopar. But now Dustin Davis, the laps ticking down. Charlie Davenport with a fast race car. He's trying to get his first win. Jonathan Logan, Caleb Campbell from Macklin Hamill Motorsports. Oh, Logan Williams, a little bit of a 5-car breakaway from these guys. 3 wide to go through 2. Nathan Stapleton nearly got clipped and hooked by his teammate. If he went in a little bit more, he would have gotten sent headfirst into that Encore barrier. And that would have been terrible. Meanwhile, battle for the race lead. Davenport putting the pressure on Dustin Davis. Davenport not going to get a good exit. Here comes a 10 of Jonathan Logan. Davenport in the wall. He's going to lose a ton of momentum in real estate. But so was Zachary Dustin Davis. Here comes Jonathan Logan on the outside through turn 5. And Jonathan Logan for Father Fruit Motorsports is going to go to the lead late in the going. Another costly mistake on Dustin Davis's part. But it's not over. We're going to have 5, count them, 5 laps to go next time by. Lap traffic's not going to be an issue. But I think aerodynamically, Jonathan Logan has the best car out there. 5, count them, 5 to go here from Papyrus. Logan Williams also wants this win. Caleb Campbell also in this. Zachary Davis, Dustin Davis, I apologize, is not out of it yet. Charlie Davenport lost a ton of real estate on the exit. And Matt Tuck, after having a tire issue early on, here in the top 5, I should say. No, the top 10. But now 5 laps to go, 4.5 to go. Logan has to put a couple of immaculate laps together with an immaculate car so far. Not going to hit the wall. Davis is going to hit the wall again. 3 wide going through there. Debris on the racing surface. I don't think Logan, he's going to go extremely wide. That is going to open the door for Logan Williams side by side through the chute between 6 and 7. Amazing racing here at the Papyrus Motorsports Park. Charlie Davenport now under fire from Riley Sampson in the 24. Davis trying to crawl back up here. But now for the race lead, pass for the race lead. Logan Williams, 4 laps to go here at the Papyrus Motorsports Park for the RACEDIECAST.com 300K. It is not over. Jonathan Logan has 4 laps to pass him. The 79 of Logan Williams trying to put both Otter Island Motorsports cars in victory lane. Riley Sampson in the final podium position. Dustin Davis rounds out the top 5. Trying to see. There's a 75 of Eric Monaco. He is currently in the 10th position. Matt Tuck in 11th, back to the race lead. Logan Williams is going to go. He's going to have a good exit off here. Ooh, just barely does not hit the wall. But here comes Logan. Going to get a good draft here. Does Williams go high? He's going to shift high. Oh, the 10 did not get a good entrance into turn 6. And now, with just 3 laps to go, next time by, Riley Sampson fighting Logan for the 2nd position as they go through 7. Logan Williams with a huge lead, but don't count any of these top 3 out. I think realistically it is going to be between Williams, Sampson, and Logan. Shout out to Keegan Thompson. Ever since he won the first Hillside race, but just been completely off the map. He is en route for a top 5 finish, so great run for that team. But a great run would be for Logan Williams deep in the points. In fact, Riley Sampson is the only one of these guys that's in the top 20 in points, if I'm not mistaken. So this would be huge for these guys going into Ricky Raceway, going to be our 4th Super Speedway race for the Labatt Blue 500 at Ricky. Oh, 79 in the wall. Williams in the wall, and so is Jonathan Logan. That immaculate race car is immaculate no more. And now that's going to open the door for Keegan Thompson to gain some time on these guys. And this is going to be a fight to the end. Coming out of 6 and 7. 24 of Sampson now in a good position to possibly capitalize if Logan Williams makes a single mistake. They still have to get through the exit of 4 cleanly. I think whoever has the best exit off of 4 in this race, Keegan Thompson, has found these guys. Dustin Davis back in this. Popsicle 6 in the air, 2 to go here at Papyrus. And here comes Riley Sampson. Oh, we're going to put the bumper nearly to the back of the 79. He wants to get all 3 Appleseed racing cars into victory lane. Their team owner, Keegan Thompson, is right now trying to get another win for himself. Now, with 2 laps to go, Williams under fire. They're side by side, Williams and Sampson. As they go through Riley Sampson, he is going to go wide. That's going to allow the 79. He's going to also possibly go wide on the exit of 4. Sampson going to hit the wall. And Williams back out. And now we see Caleb Rose back down the pit lane to repair damage. Going to be another bad finish for that 54 team. Meanwhile, Will Green on the racetrack. Logan Williams, as he exits 5 and 6. He just needs to put together 1 perfect lap if he wants to put that 79 Hertz Toyota into victory lane. But don't count out the 24 of Riley Sampson. He wants the Sampson family to go back-to-back. As Cole Sampson won at Talladega earlier this week, I know Riley wants to win in the 24. put the other Samson in victory lane. White flag one more time around the Papyrus Motorsports Park for Logan Williams and the RACEDIECAST.com 300K. Here comes Keegan Thompson in the 7. He wants to be a multi-time winner. Dustin Davis is still in this fray. And they could possibly catch Caleb Rose. But down through 1 and 2. Now what happens? Here comes Keegan Thompson on the outside. Going to be the inside through the right-hander for the final time. Keegan Thompson with a run to the inside. He's going to slide out just a little bit underneath the 79 of Logan Williams. Thompson. Oh, Williams in the wall. And that's going to allow Keegan Thompson to scoot away. Riley Sampson is going to capitalize off of that. And Zachary Davis is actually back up in here. But as I go through 5 and 6 through the final time, I think it's Keegan Thompson. He's going to be the first multi-time winner this season if he does not screw up turn 7. Zachary Davis is going to give Riley Sampson some fire from behind. But coming off turn number 7, Keegan Thompson. About to come off turn 7 onto the frustrated one for the final time. Keegan Thompson from Macklin Hamill Motorsports, second win of the season. He wins at Papyrus. Two back-to-back great finishes. And then you see Zachary Davis, who came out of nowhere to steal second place from his teammate. Appleseed Racing goes 1, 2, and 3, and the team owner Keegan Thompson gets the win. And Logan Williams, a mistake on the final lap, ends up in 4th. Alagacy salvages 7th. And then Dustin Davis, after pitting early, he made good use of those BF Goodrich tires. Top 5 for that 77. Jonathan Logan 6th. Mitchell Collins, those guys actually came down the pit lane. Actually, yeah, Dustin Davis didn't even come down the pit lane. What I'm talking about, but Mitchell Collins clawed his way back to the 8th position. Charlie Davenport 9th. And actually, Josh Williamson P10. And then your points leader, Eric Monaco, is going to extend his points lead over Landon Smith Jr. But the talk of the day, if we can find him on the racetrack, Keegan Thompson in the 7 for Macklin Hamill Motorsports. What a race, honestly. Average speed of almost 130 miles an hour for that 7 Chevrolet. He is the first multi-time winner, the only driver to win that is the deepest in points. And with all those drivers that are up there in points having issues, I think this is definitely going to help him. Zachary Davis came out of nowhere. Riley Sampson was up there for the majority of the day. Logan Williams, Dustin Davis, Jonathan Logan, Al Lagacy, Mitchell Collins, Charlie Davenport, and Josh Williamson round out your top 10. Dan DeVito Jr. was trapped 1 lap down after pitting early. And then all the cars that were involved in that massive lap 4 accident. James Edwards, I'm surprised that it says James Edwards broke a piston after he flipped over about 2 or 3 cars on the exit, but definitely very, very fun race here at the Papyrus Motorsports Park for the RaceDiecast.com 300K. This has definitely been the most entertaining race of the season, in my opinion, by far. But what a race we had here in Waltham, Massachusetts. The final time we're going to be in the state of Massachusetts, if I'm not mistaken, for a race in Season 1 of the Mission BBQ Cup Series. But once again, congratulations to Keegan Thompson on being the first multi-time winner in the NOFSRL Mission BBQ Cup Series from the Papyrus Motorsports Park. This has been Trey Ray, or NASCAR Nerd 34. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, ladies and gentlemen. Here are the points after race number 14 of season number 1 of the NOFSRL Mission BBQ Cup Series, and I am signing off.